Hey y'all, it's your girl Twan and welcome back to Traces of Twan's Life. And if you are new here, welcome to Traces of Twan's Life. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right here. Go ahead and hit it right now and hit that notification bell so that you will get a notification the next time I upload another video. Now, I don't do a lot of cooking videos that often, but I decided to do one this morning. Tomorrow is Christmas, so your girl decided to bake a bread pudding for Christmas. I'm not doing much cooking for Christmas because I'll be going out of town, but I did decide to make this bread pudding. My grandfather, my mom's father, he passed away on Christmas morning, 1987, and I often think about him on Christmas, and from time to time for Christmas I make a bread pudding. I didn't make one last year or the year before, but the year before that I did make one. Anyway, I often make them on Christmas because I think about my grandfather, because my grandfather used to make bread puddings all the time. It was like one of my favorite desserts. I mean, it seemed like every day I would go to Granddaddy's house and he would have a bread pudding on the table. Now, but anyway, I did not have privy to watch my granddaddy make the bread pudding, so I don't know what all he used to put inside of his bread puddings, but I do know he used to have raisins sometimes inside of them. But my mom used to make the bomb bread pudding using coconut flakes and pecan, or pecan, whichever one you prefer to say. So that's what I'll be using today in my bread pudding. So instead of using regular bread, I decided to use this thick slice. Is it called brioche style bread? Not sure, but you see the name right here. It's by Nature's Own. I use this bread whenever I make French toast, so I decided to just go ahead and use it for the bread pudding. I am going to start off by putting my bread inside of the bowl here. I wish I had a glass bowl so y'all could see everything. The next time, make sure I have a glass bowl. So anyway, I'm going to take my bread and I am going to put it in here. Some people like to cut their stuff up into chunks and all this good stuff. It's up to you however you do it. Some people mush it up, whatever. I just take the bread and just do it like this. I just take it and break it into pieces. Now, one thing about my mom, she was a great cook, you guys, but my mama did not measure when she cooked. So you just have to eyeball it and taste it. Okay, but I'm gonna do my best for you all. I will measure the sugar, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll try to measure as much as possible because I know a lot of you guys, y'all like to measure when you cook, but I'm just being honest with you. My mom did not measure when she cooked, and her aunt, which was her mother / aunt because she raised her, she was the same. She didn't measure when she cooked. She used to make the bomb homemade cakes without measuring. How she did that, who knows? I have no idea. I'm sure some of y'all grandparents, if they still living, they don't measure when they cook as well. So we have our bread like so in the bowl. Then I am going to take 2 eggs. Normally we use 2 eggs, but we usually make more. So I was thinking maybe I only need 1 egg, but just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and do the 2 eggs anyway. Okay, now we have the 2 eggs. I'm going to go ahead and take some cinnamon. And I love cinnamon, so I'm going to put a generous amount in here. Like I say, I don't measure. It's up to you. Taste your stuff and see if it has a nice flavoring. It's your choice. lemon extract. We only want to put just a little of this in here. Not a lot, just a little. Like that, just to give a little flavor. The vanilla, same thing. You don't want to put a lot, just a little. Well, to be honest with you, I'm probably using like 1 teaspoon of each, to be honest with you, because it's not like I'm using a lot of that. Let's see. We're gonna go with our sugar. And I believe this is Pecan sugar that I'm using. My mom used to always use Dixie Crystal, but I didn't have no Dixie Crystal in the store, so I got the Pecan sugar. I'm gonna start off first with 1 cup of sugar, and then we'll build on that. We're just gonna start with 1 for right now. Then we'll add more if we need to. Okay, so now we're gonna go with the coconut flakes. I want to measure, you guys, for the sake of portion control, because y'all know I try to measure my foods so I'm trying to lose weight. Well, since I am losing weight and getting rid of weight, so we just gonna do a 1/2 cup, and that way I can kind of know how much I'm putting in here. And if I need to add more, then I will. But right now we're gonna be safe, and we're gonna go with a 1/2 cup of the coconut, because I don't want it to be overbearing anyway. I just want a little coconut here or there, a little pecan here or there. I don't want to be overbearing with it. Okay, so then we're gonna add the pecans. My mom will always put the, crushed kind broken up, but I end up getting the pecan halves to put in there. So I am going to go with a 1/2 cup. We're gonna do a 1/2 cup of these as well. And then I'm going to break these up and then put them in here. Just kind of break them a little bit so they won't be so whole as I drop them in here. And if they hold, that's fine, but I just want to break them a little bit. I don't want them too big. I know y'all probably saying, Torn, why didn't you squish those things or something? It's different ways you can do it, but this is how I chose to do it this morning. Okay. And again, even with milk, my mom didn't measure, but we're gonna do it this morning just to see how much I'm actually using. And again, since your girl is on a healthy lifestyle journey, I'm gonna be using some 2% milk. You can use your whole milk if you choose, but we're gonna use 2%. We're gonna start off with just 2 cups of milk. Ooh, I waste a little bit. Okay, let's start with 2 cups of milk. I know we're gonna need more milk, but we're just gonna start with 2. Make sure that bread is getting all soaked up in there. Okay, I'll probably end up using almost this whole container, to be honest with y'all. I'm gonna put 2 more cups of milk. Oops, splashed just a little. So that is 4 cups of milk that we've used so far. 1 cup of sugar, a 1/2 cup of the pecan, and a 1/2 cup of the coconut. And I believe that the coconut and the pecan is enough. I don't think we really need any more than what we put in here. I'm gonna try to hold it like this as I stir so you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that looks like it's getting soaked all up in there. like I like it. And I am gonna put 1 more cup of milk. And that should do it. So that's 5 cups of milk. When my mom would make these bread puddings, y'all, she would probably make like 3 loaves of bread and she would use like a whole gallon of milk. Almost a whole gallon of milk when she would make them. So we're not doing that, so. It smells pretty good. And you can taste this to see if it's sweet enough. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to make it sweet, too sweet. So we're going to take a 1/2 cup of sugar. It's up to you if you want to put more sugar, but no. Okay. Okay, so just to go over our ingredients, you guys, we went with 5 cups of milk, a 1/2 cup of coconut, a 1/2 cup of pecan. We went with just maybe a teaspoon of both of the vanilla and lemon extract, and we just sprinkled some cinnamon in there. And then we went with 1.5 cups of sugar, 2 eggs, 1 loaf of bread. That's it. That is all I am going to add in here for my flavoring. My last step, you guys, will be the butter. I like to use a sweet unsalted butter. Your choice. This is just regular Publix brand. Your choice what kind you want to use. But I like to go with the sweet unsalted. So I am going to stick this in the microwave just to kind of melt it down a little bit. And I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I have melted the butter. I'm going to take this Pyrex pan here. I'm going to take the lid off. And I am going to drizzle a little bit in the bottom of the pan first. That's what I do, y'all. I take a little bit and I put it in the pan. Like you're greasing your pan a little bit. I take the butter. I put a little bit in the pan. Okay, so after I do that, you guys, I take the rest of the butter and I just put it in. Like so. Mix it up. It smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. And it tastes good. That has a good taste to it. Okay. Now I'm going to take the bowl, the mixture, you guys. And I am going to pour it in my baking dish. Then I spread it out like this. Then I take my cinnamon again, because I love cinnamon. And I just sprinkle some more on top. Okay, you guys, so this is what it's looking like right now in the dish. And I am going to put it in the oven. And I always bake on 400. Everybody is different, but I like to do 400. So I'm going to put this on 400 for about 40 to 45 minutes. And then we will check on it. And here is the finished bread pudding after baking for 1 hour on 400 degrees. It looks so good. I'm going to have to let it cool off before I taste it. Okay, you guys, so the bread pudding has cooled off. And as you can see, it has settled. It's not as high up now that it has cooled off and settled. But it's nice and brown, just like I like it. I probably could have just cooked it at 45 minutes instead of an hour, but it was kind of wet still when I tested it at 45 minutes. So that's why I went the additional 45. So this is it at 1 hour. I am going to cut me a piece and go in on it. Yes. Okay, you guys. So here is the bread pudding. Now that I have cut a piece. Don't you jump through this TV screen or this computer screen. Don't jump through your phone now trying to get this. Only if you guys can smell this right now. Oh my God, it smells so good. I am going to go in and taste it. Okay, guys, now I'm going to taste it. Toy, you did that. I can hear my granddaddy now saying, Toy, that bread pudding good, girl. My granddaddy didn't call me Twan. He called me Toy. And he used to always say, Toy, I got some bread pudding on the table. Come in here and clean up for me so you get a piece of bread pudding. This is good. I think I did my granddaddy justice. I wish he could have lived a little longer to see me in my adult life making bread pudding. This is good, y'all. You gotta try it. And if you do, let me know how you like it. And if you make bread pudding a little different than this, comment down below and let me know your recipe. Thank you, y'all. Thank you so much for joining. And have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.